Good day, folks. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trevor, and I am your one-armed bandit in the bush. This episode, I'm in Marble Canyon, which is part of the Death Valley Nature Reserve. It'll be the end of my stay in the valley, end of my stay in the park. I have one more night after this, and then I'll be exiting, heading back towards the Vegas direction. So I hope you're going to enjoy this one. There's some good footage of the canyon. I've taken a hike through there and got some good shots in of just exactly what this canyon looks like. I hope you're going to enjoy it. So here we go. This is the start of the foot trail. When you go on horses, well, use your feet. Let's go see what's there. This is quite amazing. I've hardly entered the gorge. Excuse the noise from my feet. And you can really feel the wind pushing through here. It's amazing how outside of this, it doesn't really feel like a breeze as soon as you get in here, just because everything's closing in on you. All of a sudden, boom, up comes the wind. Right. Well, I guess this is a rehabilitation area, and that's why they don't want you driving in here. Very pretty. See, these cliffs go up. Marble Canyon. Let's keep going. Maybe there's something more interesting. I can only imagine what this must be like if you catch this in a flood. These walls of this canyon, there's no way out of here to start with. So you better have your canyon swimming suit with you. And let me tell you something, it's not just a normal set of swimming trunks either. Because if you had to get caught in here, this water is going to come out of here and flow really quick down that way. It's quite a steep gradient, so it's going to be coming at speed. Yeah, what a sight. Around every corner there's magic. Just look at this. Wherever you walk, it's just quite amazing. Layering in the rock. It's just incredible. Those are the colors. It's truly magic. It's incredible. Around every corner there's a different story to be told, both in terms of formation of rocks, layers, the colors, and boy oh boy, some of these things are seriously tall. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to turn around and I'm going to head this way, back on down. There we go. Just look at that height. So as I'm heading out of this canyon, I'm obviously headed towards the wind, and I don't know if it's going to pick up on the mic, but I'll tell you what, it's now starting to blow a stiff breeze through here. I just want to pan around here and give you a view. So I'm standing up off the canyon floor now. I'm up on a bit of a rock ledge, looking back down. Just look at these. And these cliffs are incredible. I want to zoom in just to give you a view close up. Down, down, down. There we go. There's the canyon floor. I'll walk that way now. This is what's on the opposite side. I know that's zooming close. So, bear with me. And then down there. Magnificent. There we go. There's the exit down there. Let's zoom through this and see what we see. I think I've got fat fingers because this thing doesn't want to zoom when I tap it. Huh? Must be user error. Look at that. Absolutely. Yeah, the user can't even keep the stick still. The scale of this is so big that I actually have to zoom all the way out just so that I can get the full scale in. But I want to show you this rock face. You'll see the formations on it and the way that the layers run. Actually, that's even too close, I think. Yeah, it's too close. You'll see the stripes in it, actually. I think I had the wrong place, man. Let's go close, close, close. Let's look. Come on. There you go. That's what I was looking at. Yeah, and yeah, I was standing back there thinking, yeah, well, you can see that all easy. In the meantime, you would need to have Superman eyes to be able to see that at the way I had it zoomed. So taking a hike like that is something that I don't normally do when I'm out on trails, is to go and have a look and see what the hiking trail looks like. This time around, given that I was advised that these cliffs are so magnificent, I decided definitely to take a walk. I'm really glad that I did. The formations in the rock faces were quite amazing, not to mention the sheer height. It's probably not going to come out on the video the way it is when you actually see it in your own eyes, but I can assure you they were massive, really, really tall. The gradient was a reasonable one to walk, but I can assure you that if there was a lot of rain around and there was a flood, water coming down this canyon is not going to be playing games. So, just again, once again, or yet again, a stark reminder that when you're out here, you really, really need to pay attention to the weather forecast so that the location that you're in, you don't get caught out. I mean, this place where I'm camped right now, if there was a forecast of rain in this area, there's no ways I'd be camped here. And then bear in mind, it's not necessarily just rain on your head, but it's rain in the catchment area wherever you're at. So always advisable to have a look at the aerial views to see which way the watershed runs, and make sure that, if you want to be right in the proximity of a watershed, give yourself enough distance away from it that you're not going to get trapped in a flash flood. Or alternatively, you want to be as close to the watershed itself versus further down the mountain, when you're going to catch a whole lot of water. But, based on what I've seen in these valleys and in these canyons, I think that the best choice is nowhere. Don't even be in them when there's rain, because, I've looked at, a single gorge in the mountain. When you look up at it and you think to yourself, well, the only water that can come down here is it falls on that one patch of mountain. And when I look at what it does to the mountainside, the way that it just digs gorges in and shifts boulders and then sprays them across valley floors, well, that's quite amazing. So, do not take it lightly. Water, whether you're in the ocean, whether it's a river, a dry riverbed, you know, we certainly should never ever take chances with it. Not only should we preserve it, make sure we're carrying enough of it, but you sure have to stay away from it in flood time. So, I certainly hope that if you're out in canyons, you'll pay a lot of attention to your surroundings. What I personally do is I use the OnX map and I look at the topography. I'll use Google Earth maps, Google Earth as well, to take a look at the areas that I'm going into, just to try and get an understanding of where the flood damage looks to flow, so that if I'm in those areas, I've got a better idea of what I can expect. So I would encourage you to do the same. Do not take it lightly, because it can certainly rear its ugly head and nip you in the bud. This place was teeming with wildlife. Look at these geckos. In fact, these two were probably two of about 8 that I saw on the whole time that I was out here at this campsite. So when they eventually came along, I, out of boredom, not quite boredom, but curiosity, decided to film them and watch him biting her on the tail to keep her moving. Hey, what a nasty guy. And after all of that, it's no good now that you want to start doing your sexy dance and running around and jumping on rocks and showing her how your four-wheel drive system works and how rapidly you can get up there. Yeah, now you're on top of a rock. Now what you gonna do? Yeah? You've chased the poor girl away. Look at that. She's digging a hole to hide a wave. This is the quietness of this valley as the sun is setting across in the mountains in the background. Quite a stunning evening. Just look at that view of the mountains. Quite awesome. As the sun was setting, it was time for the sky to reveal its magnificence. So I got a bit of light on, finished my evening chores, and then I sat back with a cold one to look at this. It's just absolutely incredible. When you're away from towns and cities that have their light that influence the night sky, you don't really get to see this. Look how dense these stars are. I tried zooming at 5 times zoom to get a closer look, and now when you look at that, you can see the depth as it goes back, littered. Thank you for joining me in this video. Please remember, if you haven't done so yet, to subscribe, to hit that like button, as well as the notification button, because there's going to be a lot more coming on this expedition out west, particularly as we move into the summer period. I'll be traveling up and around all along the west area, so stay dialed. I hope to bring a lot more magic and entertainment